Right now, well, we have 23 households, so there's about 75 people living here, including the children. And together with the 40 adults, they made up the body of the working force, building everything. So this building here, this yellow building, is the communal house, which has been designed from the start on as a straw bale house. So it's with a wood frame and straw filled in. In Germany you can also build, as they call it, load-bearing straw bale houses. The roof is supported solely by the straw bales themselves. In the Netherlands it appears that there are different natural laws at work, so it's forbidden to build load-bearing. You can only build here with a wood frame and then fill it in with straw bale. For one reason or the other, well, we went along with that because we thought, okay, let's not make a struggle of everything.
Imagine a world in harmony with nature, with others, and with ourselves. A world where people are nourished by diversity and beauty. Do you believe it can exist? Utopia, discovering dreams that are reality.
So we created here on purpose a space that can hold at least 40 people in order to have meetings, general meetings here. Actually the wood paneling is just like in my own house, third-hand wood. It's scrap wood from the build site being cut over length and used to finalize the walls here. Yeah, and we just love to kind of reuse everything that is not functional anymore. And up there we have the building archive. You actually create about 2.5 meters of paperwork in order to realize a project like this. 11 buildings have a straight wall and not the earthen wall behind it. And that's because halfway the project we realized that we were going for bankruptcy if we were to continue in the low pace that we were actually building. So we had to kind of redesign our workforce and the way we do our workflow, and also had to think of how can we speed up the building itself. One of the most time-consuming aspects was creating the car tire walls, and it's very seasonal work as well, because in winter time it's very hard to find enough people for that purpose, and also you cannot do it all the time, especially when it's raining and stuff. We looked for the second best option, and that was straw bale. So we kind of redesigned the houses for having a straw bale back. But on the outside, for all the rest, they look the same. And inside the straw bale houses, people have created extra mass, thick layer of earth plaster in order to kind of recreate the glass mass principle. Yeah, basically they function the same. So we have a children's playing room here. There's a lot of kids using this as a place for staying over with friends. So they have their slumber parties here, which is of course a very nice environment to be, or just watch a movie or whatever. We have an organization, an association in which we have working groups for all the different chores that are to be done for maintaining, etc. And the communal building is being maintained by a special task working group, and they are about 7 members or something like that, and they are kind of dealing with everything. And every half a year we have some kind of an evaluation meeting, and also we are looking for working within the budget, and we are saving up money for big maintenance purposes. So we have a half-year meeting with this organization, and all members are there. And then we also have something we call a tombola. So we have a big shuffle of membership of the different working groups. In that way, built in that all skills are equally shared. Lots of people know about all the aspects of the maintenance, especially, for instance, the drinking water maintenance is very critical, of course, that we keep that in a good order. By shuffling the membership of that working group, for instance, helps to spread the knowledge of the know-how of how to maintain that. So there's not one expert who knows everything and the rest doesn't know anything, and that expert leaves and everybody thinks like, oh, what should we do? Lots of people know a lot of kind of everything. The ideal size of a community from, let's say, prehistoric times onward is about 25 families, the most. So we have 23 families here. Beyond that number, and then you get at totals of, say, 125, 150 people. Beyond that number, people can become kind of anonymous or feel anonymous. Well, things can go wrong socially whenever that happens. So within this whole system of working groups, you don't have to be the closest friends with everyone, but because of the shuffle, the periodical shuffle, you get to work together with different groups of people, and that's of course very good for the whole social well-being. So the big room is this one. Basically, it's been used for many purposes. Meetings, of course. So there's we can put 40 adults in here, which is the number of adults we have in the project. So that's for general meetings, but as you can see, there's a big white screen. So we have film evenings, we can have game evenings, we can have whatever we feel like. There's a yoga class, there's a choir, there is there's all kinds of other, of course, birthday parties, stuff like that. So this is actually kind of the extended living room for every house in order to be able to have larger groups here. This chunk of wood surfaced when we were digging a hole of about 9 meters for a sink for the drainage system. And underneath there is a layer of turf, and from that this chunk of wood came. This trunk is about 30,000 years old. And that's impressive to have that here, but it's just a piece of the history of this place. Yeah. Originally, all of them had a dome like that, but it appeared to be very hard to have them overgrown, and that was actually the idea, that they would be completely green. Well, after so many years, being finished in that one in 2015. Well, still there's not as much green on it as we envisioned. And additionally to that, those domes also appear to have problems with moisture in the walls. So we had to make adjustments with more ventilation and stuff like that. And some people just chose like, okay, well, let's put those domes away and create something new. So we have some houses now with a more box shape. Experiments are nice, but they are also costly sometimes. This is the carport, the car park, and it's completely covered with solar panels, so we have additional electricity production here. And of course we'd like to have the cars we have to be changed for electric cars. Most of them are now either hybrids or still petrol fueled. But some electric cars are already there, and gradually we'll change that into electric cars. I myself don't have a car actually. We get along with on our bikes as all Dutch people basically, but of course for longer distances or other purposes we can also we can always borrow a car from one of our neighbors. And the interesting thing is there's no intricate system for that. You just walk to the car park, look whatever cars are there. We know, oh, that's his or her car, so they're probably home, so we walk there and say, can I borrow your car? And the answer usually is yes. And that's the whole system, and that's of course the benefit of living in a community where you know each other. The path we're walking on right now purposely made it very narrow because it's it gives an air of that you don't drive here with cars, only when it's really necessary. But as you can see here, there's a connection for the fire department to be able to put out fires whenever needed. It needs to be there and needs to be open, and the space for fire trucks to settle down needs to be more than 3 meters. So underneath this grass is actually the same level of hardness as this path, but it's only overgrown. So visually, you still have something like a holiday park instead of a 2-lane traffic. Well, there's our roof here, so you can see that gradually. There's some wacky steps here. Watch your step. Because of the drought, the grass doesn't grow as well, but we already planted a lot of sedum in between. So all these are flourishing actually, like the white, the pinkish flowers. They're all the sedum veggies, and they're growing very well. So they're gradually taking over, and that's just a plan. Well, very simply put, we add extra green space. Actually, we compensate for the green space our house takes up because we built it here. So we kind of elevated it, you may say, to a higher level. Every flower and every plant here is adding to the ecosystem and helping biodiversity restore itself as far as we can help it. We are looking for as many variety of plants to have. Degradation of biodiversity is a real problem. We hope to help a little bit to prevent that. So yeah, a green roof also fixes fine dust particles. It helps in insulating the house. It captures moisture and keeps it where it can actually do some good. I still have a dream of also having a little strawberry fields forever playing out here. This is one of the changes we made from the original concept of the Earthships, because they were built for semi-desert situations, and you have to catch every drop of water you can catch. In our case, the Dutch case, we have plenty of water, and we just thought, well, look. So actually, all the letterboxes here, they kind of reflect the diversity of our community. As you can see, some of them are very conventional, and others are very classic or whatever. And by now, everyone knows that this is the entrance for the mail. And when it's dark, actually, there's some lights inside because there's a little solar panel, so you know the leprechaun is at home. And that kind of reflects who we are. In terms of trades and education, etc., we are very diverse. We have people with a legal background, we have civil servants, we have people who are teaching in schools, we have nurses. Well, in that sense, we have a mini society in itself. But that diversity also helped us to, through the whole developing stage of this project, because we together we knew a lot and we could do a lot, although hardly any of us knew how to build a house. And that was exactly the trigger why people signed up for this project, because, well, we really felt like all creatures on this planet know how to build their houses, except for Western humans, Western society humans. That's a crazy thing. So we decided we really wanted to know how to do it ourselves, and that kind of practical, down-to-earth attitude probably helped us to get through that very difficult phase of actually building it and all the hardship that came with it. Sometimes when I sit there, I feel like some kind of a drugs cartel boss, you know, Don Corleone, like sitting here, and the only downside of it is that I have to bring my own garbage away and do my own laundry. Viva Viva!
Utopia. Discovering dreams that are reality.